What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Let's go to the observatorium. Pascal, show him the prefect enumerator's authorization that confirms your rights to give orders. Hypothesis: as soon as the lift going up to the observatorium is operational, we will be attacked. The deck guard will activate and attack us, requesting confirmation for readiness of combat. Yeah. Raising his voice, the tech priest solemnly repeats his command to the servitor. An intricate, monumental, and piercing binaric aria pours from Pascal's vox. Encoding its signals is Hanuman's authority to give orders on the ship. The servitor stares at Pascal with visored eyes and bows his head awkwardly. Regalia identified. I greet the venerable Magos and will execute the order presently. Lift system activated. The servitor's last words are drowned out by a harrowing screech that rolls across the deck as several shrill voices wail, "Security! Perimeter breach for the Omnissiah!" Thoroughly unconcerned.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
I mean, sure. I hate how you can't get out of here. Is it because your let's in the way? Like, what's going on? No, you just can't get out. Okay, you know, that's fine. It is what it is. I still love you. Set up first.
If I must.
Oh, I forgot we only get 3 now instead of 4.
I understand your intent. Hidden from my sight.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
So the reason we do this is because we can do this. And then we can do this.
In the name of House Orcelio, I shall prevail.
If it serves your cause. I am not your Xenos pet, This tedium is beneath me.
Goodbye. And you can shoot this guy too.
If it serves your cause. Hear you moving. No more. I approach the designated position. I am not your sea. Fortune favors the swift. I understand your intent. No weakness is hidden from my sight.
Hopefully that'll kill it.
Another soul slips beyond the veil. If it serves your cause. No weakness is hidden from my sight. I am not your Xenos pet.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Just
Go back
designate
home.
a target.
You don't need to be in the front.
If I must.
Apparently Cassia doesn't get the move at all, which is odd. Oh no, because she's on her bonus turn. That's right. That's right. This is just extra.
On it.
Hello.
I'll make it happen.
Now you can get up here. Annoying that I can't drag you all in, but that's okay.
Out of my way! Best defense is a good offense.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Tempting to like send this. Oh, it doesn't hit all of them, so it's not tempting anymore.
If I may.
She has so much health. She has more health than Gregor, which is hilarious.
Isn't this a job for the
Non-believers!
Me?
So wield his powers!
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. If only that were possible. Do not dare ask.
As the tactical imperative
Into these
dictates.
guys.
High momentum. Running binaric override. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Guided by faith.
So far, we're
Faith
doing
without
good
deeds
to where
is
we don't have to
worthless.
worry about them actually even
As the
getting a
Emperor
turn.
commands. I'll do it.
Dang, can't get both of them in the same shot. That's okay. We'll focus on this one.
Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it.
I don't know why I clicked that. I meant to click that. Oh well, I'm not
Faith
wasting
without-
another EP.
I'll do it. For you, my Emperor. That is not the Emperor's will.
You just stuck back there, buddy. That's okay. You just stay back there then. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
I move swiftly to strike. I understand your intent. I hear you moving no more.
Gregor says, say hello to my little friend.
You never stood a chance.
Definitely don't need that.
Is there money to be made?
For those pistols. I'm actually gonna check out those things that we got. Nope, that's not what I wanted. This is the same thing, right? Yeah, just memory of the daring is the same. Okay, that's fine. That's acceptable. Inventory. This plus 25 athletics is like interesting. Does it matter? It does technically give me plus 5 to athletics. Do I care? I don't know if I care. Any equip melee weapons plus 5 more. I don't care about that. Let's get them more strength. Unless you can use this. No. More
I
strength.
won't stand for it.
Oh no, because it's obviously it's this. I mean, plus 30 strength is just cool. I gotta do that. Even though it takes away a little weapon skill, I gotta do plus 30 strength. Also, here's a new weapon for you. Oh, it's a two-hander though. Ugh. Ugh. I lied. I lied. Just give me those. That's acceptable. Boots. Whenever the wearer's area attack damages at least 2 enemies with cell radius, the wearer gains the kick ability. You can't wear those, and you're the only one that area attacks. I mean, technically Pascal area attacks, but when the wearer performs a melee attack after a ranged attack, nobody does that. light armor here. 40%. Plus 2 movement points. Take it, take it. We're not going to use that. We're not going to use that. Or any of these. The assassin dashes in a straight line. We don't really use those kind of things. No Drukhari equipment. We don't use that either, although it could go on Adira, but I don't really care. That's neat. Oh, I should just go ahead and throw these things in as well, since we're not gonna use them. Do you want to equip this? No, we don't do that on you, so goodbye. I mean, we don't really attack with him. No, that's fine. Automatically passes any coercion tests. We'll just keep that around. Nobody is heretical that we use. Nobody's Drukhari. You have a cool axe that I'd prefer you to use, even though this is so much better. Actually, this is just so much better. We'll just equip that. It's just so much better. Sorry, cool axe. That pistol's also just better. If we ever have to switch to melee, which we never do. Adeptus Astartes equipment, and you can't use it, so see ya. Aldari weapon proficiency. Which needs Flamer weapon proficiency. Where single attacks on an opening deal additional damage. Ooh. Plus 20% critical on their single shot attacks, or plus just 20% damage. Plus 20% of the target's maximum wounds as percentage damage. Is that better, or I don't know. She can only wear this one, so maybe not. And you're not an assassins. I don't think we're gonna use that. The wearer's first attack costs 0 AP. Whenever the wearer attacks an enemy and triggers an exploit with this attack, that's really good. I don't think we care about the fatigue. We're just killing people. Oh, I can't wear that. Dang it. You can't wear that either because you need power armor. Oh, you can wear that. Here you go. Upgrade. And you definitely can't wear that, so see ya. You're not using flamers. I know we're just going through all this really slowly, sorry. That is the same kind of axe. That is a better axe. We don't use Meltas. This plasma is better. We're not going to use that kind of a ring, and there we go. Cool. Great. Fantastic. Do you have anything to say after we murdered everyone? I know that took a little bit of time, by the way, guys, but it needed to be done. Nope.
Keep
right,
your wits about you.
Oh, we'll definitely be saving here. Inquisition. The face of the tech priest standing opposite is hidden behind a brass mask. Rather than being one piece, it is assembled from the fragments of many augmetics. You've met this man before. He is called the Brass Whisperer, a member of the Lord Inquisitor Conquisar's retinue. There you are, tech brother. Brass Whisperer's voice is raspy and punctuated. His gaze is turned towards Pascal. The salutatory procedure will be performed, and the identification codes verified after the priority request has been executed. Tell me where the blessed Armanat is. Pascal's voice clings like steel. A cracked chuckle comes from behind the mask. You still don't understand. You're from Calcazar's retinue. Does he have anything to do with this? Marginally. He used to play a major part in the story, not anymore. This meeting is held upon my initiative. Brass Whisper surveys the Inquisition soldiers and warriors of the Omnissiah standing motionless. That said, I am still under the protection of the Lord Inquisitor and the Cognizance fleet. Keep that in mind. Logos of a ghost without a face. Do they mean you? Response. Affirmative. In order to move the Hermetico out of the procession of the damned, we had to disturb the pitiful locals. What's going on here? We intend to discontinue the cycle. Is that not obvious? There is a note of sarcasm in Brass Whisper's croaking voice. Speak, or I'll rip out your memories along with the Ferrum Sanctum implanted in your brain. Pascal enunciates each word as he activates his drilling mechadendrite. What do you know of Armanat? The hollow pointed laughter from behind the brass mask is amplified by its echo. I know everything. We're looking for Archmagos Armanat. We require answers. Looking? How absurd. You lack the very concept of what you are looking for, layman. You expect to find a man, and Armanat never was one. He was never one person. The Armanat Collective was created by a group of tech priests who renounced individuality and merged into a hive mind. A mind that reasoned algorithmically, but was guided by the principles and convictions of a righteous spirit, a superego that was brought them one step closer to the Omnissiah. You were looking for Archmagos Armanat, you say. Something clicks inside Brass Whisper's mask, and his voice becomes louder and louder, harsher, as if coated in liquid metal. He's been by your side all this time. The statement is false. The hypothesis is without merit. Brass Whisper interrupts into the forceful shout. As the cycle coils in multitudinous loops, it intersects with itself and locks us in a cage of data vows. Pascal shudders as if struck by the motive force itself. Megadendrites rise and fall like steel wings behind his shoulders. The voice from his box speaker takes on an otherworldly profundity and power, and therefore the cycle must be discontinued. Pascal, what's going on? Pascal turns his gaze to you. His pupils turn burning bright with celestial fire. A single word escapes from his vox: restoration. Cognitive reconstruction mechanism activated. The memory is awakening inside you. Brass Whisper is shaken by a violent coughing fit, and then he shouts ferociously, "Remember!" The Armanat Collective was designed to be a philosopher and a researcher. The concepts he produced were so powerful that they almost destroyed the Cognizance fleet. But then he faced an unsolvable dilemma, and that was when Armanat came apart. The 7 constituent servants of the Omnissiah hid their own memories from themselves behind false personas and were sent off to various parts of the Koronus Expanse. They went into hiding. Each had to live in solitude for many decades, accumulating observations and eventually bringing that experience to a reunited Armanat who would tackle the dilemma once more. That would be the restoration. Sorrow echoes in Pascal's inhuman voice. 211 Terran years ago. It was such a long time. Your companion looks overwhelmed and pensive. So the tech priests of the name Hanuman are all parts of Armanat. Yes, 6 mental keynotes. Demens was paranoia after the separation. He sensed that his memory was a web of lies, and that feeling drove him to the depths of madness. Tarsus was faith, fiery and unyielding. Exomantho was logic, unclouded by emotions or value judgments. Abel was her good twin, imagination. He did not know his past, just like the others, but he felt more than they did. He was always different, and that was why he first got close to restoration, one of the first. Pascal was judgment, the moderator of the cognitive process, the one who makes the decision. Pascal's voice rises to the vault of the observatorium and rumbles beneath it like thunder. And Nill. The brass mask starts unlock after a hissing sound, and augmetics bend back, revealing a face disfigured by burns, a woman's face with a pair of darkly radiant, vibrant eyes. Skepticism, the one who doubts. Did Armanat believe he could form again? That plan sounds risky. The restoration was statistically calculated on a level beyond your comprehension, layman. Billions of variables were taken into account. Countless scenarios went into the development of optimal strategies. 2 Armanat units meeting each other was an inevitable certainty. The matching identifiers were to be a spark that would start a chain reaction, and that was precisely what happened. A ringing brittleness enters Pascal's voice. We were motivated by the perfect stimuli: curiosity, anxiety, shame. Each part of us was a hostage to the legend of a betrayal it had committed, for suffering drove us into a search and strive. What was the dilemma Armanat faced? Its name was Escados, the sacred to the right of putting a machine spirit to death. The technology embodying the discontinuing of the cycle. Was it meant to exist, or was the acme of profanity against the Omnissiah and his creation? Pascal continues Brass Whisper's speech within a lofty tone. Ashantos was the perfect weapon against creations of the Omnissiah that had been corrupted by enemies, but also against his faithful servants. Its spread could bring victory to the Imperium, or it could destroy it. Ashantos could spell the end of the Adeptus Mechanicus, for it was the perfect answer to the power wielded by the cult of the machine god. Was it a blessing or a curse? There was no answer. Protraction was unacceptable, and so a way was found to shelve the issue. Nill gives a raspy sigh. I found the answer. Ashantos should not exist. We will correct our mistake. What is Ashantos? The power of a machine negation, a noospheric signal that interrupts any and all life created by the Omnissiah. A green flash runs along the crack in Pascal's respirator, power that I used to tap into unconsciously. Shared knowledge lay dormant inside the mind of every Armanat unit. You tried to decrypt the other Hanuman's neurocogitators, did you not? But to no avail. It was you who created the cipher that locked Armanat's memory. You're the maimed hunter. You tried to kill the other Hanumans. This statement is true. I was admitted to the Lord Inquisitor's retinue and authorized to study a dangerous artifact taken from Armanat. I tried to exert some kind of influence on me, but my data vows protected me. Nihil Hanuman touches her scarred face. A short circuit awakened some of my memories. I conducted an analysis, solved the Ashantos dilemma, and began to act. My agents all but terminated Tarzus. He had hid under an armor of martyrdom and insanity. An attempt to intercept Pascal or on Altar Templum Calixus X-17 failed because Abel had summoned him. The assassins caught up to him at Rykad Minor Starport, but he was able to escape again. Another group went after Abel, only to perish at the Electro Priest Monastery. You dispatched Amins, who had lapsed into heresy. Xenomantha simply disappeared until she turned up dead on Euphrates II. I have no idea how she managed to hide from me. Idiot. Calcazar was harboring Oxyomantha the whole time. She was working for him. I'm registering a lie. The Lord Inquisitor shared my conviction that Armanat's legacy had to be destroyed. He was summoned to the Koronus Expanse by loyal members of the Cognizant's fleets in order to dispose of Armanat. It was his troops that attacked the Hermetico in an attempt to obliterate our schismatic creation. So that is how you got on board the ship and into the Observatorium, Nio. Our traitorous tech comrades gave Calcazar the access codes to the bridge, and he gave them to you. Acute conviction vibrates in Pasca's voice as he makes these quiet statements a fact. He's not asking questions, he's passing judgment. You were deceived, sister. Calcazar appropriated our work. He continued our research, no longer bound by the Omnissiah's canon, and you enabled him by destroying those who could return and reclaim his bloodied prize. Lies. Something you have not heard before creeps in Niall's voice, a note of fear. You betrayed your brothers and sisters. Such an act is unforgivable. With a mixture of pain and pride, Brass Whisperer replies, we all chose the path of martyrdom. I merely helped them reach the supreme goal at the end of the path. Niall's voice is imperiously metallic. Tech brother, I offer you a chance to yield peacefully to a fate that will please the Omnissiah. Do not resist your termination, and you will pass into oblivion as my friend and fellow believer. Pascal's reply sweeps Niall's words away like a gust of wind. His optical visor turns into a blinding blue. No, tech sister. Refraining from resistance was never our way. I am an explorator, a reconnator of knowledge. I have brought fire to 100 worlds. I have gleaned 1,000 secrets in the darkness. I am an agent of unbridled will, and I will not yield to oblivion, for oblivion itself fears me. Smile at Nihil. This is my companion, Pascal Hanuman, and you made a mistake in meddling with him. You wanted me to awaken, tech sister? Here I am, holding you to account. Nihil's disfigured lips twist and seeds of dismay sprout in her voice. I lured you here for a reason, Pascal. I wanted you to see what our followers had become. This is what deviation from dogma ends in. Breach of canon begets ignorance. Ignorance begets blasphemy. All we did was breed corruption. Schism. Remember when they came to depose us? We resisted them and destroyed the ship, a sacred relic, an arc mechanicus older than our priesthood itself. Here in this hall, we released Ashantos and allowed an unconscionable heresy to happen. Do you remember? Do you remember how you got your cleft jaw? Pascal looks thoughtful as he touches the crack running across his armored respirator. A green spark runs through the deep gash left by an enemy's weapon in the metal. And it sufficed for you to merely show up in the Expanse again for the Schism to rear its head once more. The Cognizant's fleet is already being torn apart by a fratricidal war. Is this what we wanted? Let us finish this. Let us discontinue the cycle. Now the words of the one who called herself Brass Whisperer sound more like a plea. The voice that answers her is no human voice. It could belong to a giant voidship or a forge world if they could speak. You violated procedure, skepticism. You usurp the function of another. You challenge only. You do not make decisions. I do. You're right, Pascal. You are the decision maker. Pascal extends a mechadendrite toward Nihil and pronounces, Tech sister, my judgment of you and your actions is one of condemnation. Tampering with procedure is unacceptable. Sabotaging the experiment is apostasy. For your betrayal, your vital functions will be terminated in the name of the Messiah of discontinuing. A greenish pulse of energy is born inside Pascal's augmatics and darts toward Nihil like a furious lightning bolt. See ya. Or not. The green energy entangles Nihil like a net, burning her true flesh, draining the life force from her augmatics and mechanical components. But she focuses her will and strikes back at Pascal with a pulse of her own. The rattling voice, no longer human, rages and roars like a forest fire. I refuse to recognize you as the Messiah. I do not believe in you. That problem is yours. You've always been too skeptical.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Fair.
Them.
Sure, come over here, buddy. You know what? Actually, I kind of want you over here. Pascal, you can go to this side. Abel, what are you doing, buddy? Only 1400 HP? That's unfortunate for you.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
All right, so let's do
I
this.
am not your Xenos pet.
And remember to click aim for the
monkey.
opening. It's impotent.
You
Not
will
even a
pay
crit.
an even
Darn.
greater price.
And a 6. That's funny. I need to remember to do
Isn't
this.
this a job for the serfs?
Ability analysis.
Nice hit.
Successful. Request approved. My vow is to serve. Request approved.
If I may.
I mean, this is just busted, by the way.
I'll
Being able
show
to do
you
this.
why navigators are feared.
This tedium is beneath me. If it serves your cause. Here, Morak.
Oh, you got your health back. That's nice.
I understand your intent.
I don't really mind that much. I'll just do it again.
I deal death with my hands.
Told you. Told you I'd just do it again.
If it serves your cause. I hear you moving no more. Fail. I am not your Xenos pet.
I love it.
If it serves your cause. Pay with your blood in the name of Kane.
You tried. Now, I mean.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Don't let your guard down. I'll see to it personally. Who, if not me? On it.
You'll get to go before him. Let's see, what do we want to do here? Big blast here, maybe?
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. Now you're clad in scarlet. I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Consider this a taste of what's to come.
Me? If you insist, Lord
It's
Captain.
really as much damage as I can do.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey. I understand your intent. I hear you moving. No more. If I must, I deal death with my hands.
Yeah. Very good.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless. Each strike is a prayer. I'll do it.
So this big giant fight that's supposed to like
Doubt is
probably
for the
be
weak.
slightly difficult, or at least like, you know, it's probably supposed to at least get a turn.
I
And
refuse.
It's not happening. You can skip your turn. It's fine. What's this?
So
Yeah, that's fine.
shall it be.
Activate all this stuff. I don't know what used to be here, but it's gone now.
Wolves
Oh,
reign.
the I know what used to be there. It was the item. Oh, it just does no damage. Oh god, I wish you did damage.
Die in disgrace.
I will not let you win. I will destroy this ship. Stop. Thou shalt not create a schism. Thou shalt not suffer a heretic. Like the hand of a deity, the mechadendrite extends over Nill, lying convulsing on the deck. I did not want this, tech sister, but the procedure must be completed. Farewell. His claw carefully removes a mangled, soot-covered neurocogitator from Brass Whisper's head. The tech priest shudders, and peace descends over her disfigured face. The ghost-like figure in red approaches you consciously. Enormous sad eyes look at you from his ascetic face. Doubt has been shunned. The dominance of prejudice has ended. Abel's voice resonates with the same otherworldly profundity that has filled Pascal's vox. The statement is true. Only imagination and judgment are left. Our directive is to conceptualize the future we desire and bring it into being. Takes a closer look at Pascal. The tech priest looks the same as before, yet different. His morbid aura of martyrdom is given way to a calm, powerful halo of purposefulness. His mechadendrites move with the grace of an inscrutable dance. The scars left by the loss and doubt have turned into dark threads on a radiant body, confident in its next step. And his voice, a voice born in the nuclear font of a star and hardened in the cold of the interplanetary void. You did the right thing. I'm sorry about the death of your tech sister. So am I. The tech priest's inscrutable gaze is fixed upon the body of the once inhabited by Pascal's shared mind. The voice from the vox is like a tolling of bells summoning a host of angels. I declare the period of ignorance over and will resume execution of the general algorithm. Integrity has been rehabilitated to a satisfactory degree. Memory access has been restored. I remember everything. Pascal turns to you and gives you a long look, brimming with quiet elation. May the shattered mirror reflect light wholly anew. Are you Armanat? This statement is true. Pascal's stock phrase sounds more complex and more human than before. I carry within me his memory and his logical foundation. I am us. I am Armanat. Abel points to Pascal's mechadendrites and says softly, "They have always been remembered. They have always preserved. Thank you for the path we have walked." As Pascal bows, his thin shoulders seem to take an eternity to descend from the heights that his mind has soared to. And I'm sorry about what happened to Theodora. Did you know Theodora? We were allies. She entrusted me with studying a trophy she'd obtained. The voice from the vox was quiet and hoarse as though coming from a distant past. We, Armanat, discovered the basic way of communicating with it. We developed a weapons-grade strain of tech blight for her. It terrified me, so I developed its antidote, Ashantos, the concept for the ultimate interruption of machine life. This is why every one of our shards was located so close to you and to the Von Valancius chain. We were counting on her finding us and extending us her aid and protection. What are you, or what were you? A higher form of intelligence, a collective of computational tools freed from the limitations of individualism and the aberrations that stem from having a distinct personality, and at the same time a collective bound by a single set of principles that are equal importance to all, being pure faith in the Omnissiah and acting for the benefit of humanity. We were different. Each one of us considered the prospects of such an experiment, but I was the first to gain the resolve to attempt it. Nihil joined the project to effect control over it. She regarded the experiment as dangerously close to a blasphemous act of creation. The Conclave have ordered her to end my research, but she became convinced of the possibility of its success. Nill reinforced our union with the prudence of Demins, a meticulous and reserved auditor, a danger seeker. I strengthened our genius with the fiery faith of the warrior of Tarsus in order to banish the shadow of false ideas. Exiomantha, who was teetered on the brink of becoming a Malatic, was chosen by us for her loyalty, ruthless logic, and her cold scrutiny are indeed a dissection of our theories. Abel, Pascal turns his gaze towards his last surviving tech comrade, our quiet genius, the caged genius of imagination, the abstract artist of code. His talent completed the collective and made it whole. What next? What is the general algorithm? A judgment must be passed. Should the secret of Eshikos exist, or should it be shunned as a false path? And should I exist? That is, we, Armanat. A soft Beinhardt melody full of sadness and sullen resolve pours from Abel's vox. You have not heard it before. You would have never thought Beinhardt language could be so comprehensible to one who does not bear the mark of the Onasiah's iron blessing. Armanat was a union of 6 tech priests. All but a few of them are dead now. How does Armanat still exist? Everything Armanat was at the moment of the disconnection has now awoken in my mind. We are at the point where we stopped, but the Armanat collective was envisioned as a dynamic structure. We need new minds. If I bid you to follow, will you come with me, tech comrade? Pascal waits for an affirmative nod and says, we will be the core. The collective can be replenished with worthy minds from among those aboard the Hermetico. Sincerity is present in their motives and faith. They are intuitively capable of comprehending the notion of discontinuing the cycle. Our collective memory can compensate for their lack of knowledge, and memory of rights. Restoration is possible. Pascal, or what used to be known as Pascal, makes a sacred gesture, and green sparks run down his mechanical arm, but the judgment must be passed first. What judgment are you leaning toward? Arrogance creeps into Pascal's voice as he gazes at Nihil's bodies. The Armanat collective's experiment has demonstrated that a shared consciousness is as prone to its flaws as an individual one. We failed to put our power to the right use. We destroyed ourselves, but that does not mean our power was bad. We were bad, most of us. The graceful dance of the mechadendrites takes a more chaotic and unpredictable pattern. I'm leaning toward the idea that Vashantos must exist, not in the hands of the Armanat collective and mine alone. What are your thoughts on this dilemma? Abel lowers his eyes and is silent for a while. We have made great sacrifices. This statement is enigmatic. I request an expanded interpretation. Pascal looks demandingly into Abel's eyes, but he turns away. Refrain from interfering. Without waiting for an answer, Pascal says gravely, "You have always been inscrutable, tech comrade. What will the destruction of Vashantos mean for you?" A shower of sparks burst from the power unit on Pascal's shoulders, burning holes in his scarlet hood. An act of self-sacrifice. I will destroy the data concerning this technology and the methods of reproducing it. I will burn it out of my neural circuits along with everything that led to its creation. Armanat will be no more. Only a damaged and incomplete chart of him will remain. Pascal Hanuman. We need Vashantos, but we also need Pascal. Oh. Pascal throws his head back, and the power brimming in his voice rushes like a flood. The tech priest's booming voice is heard throughout the ship, echoed by every Vox speaker on deck. I was once part of a great whole. I was once but one of many. We gleaned the horror that lay ahead, and we rebelled against it. Yet we proved unworthy of the knowledge revealed to us. Self-doubt drained our strength and made us hesitate. Just as the elders whose testaments we were following hesitated, our fear of change drove us to dogma, paralyzed us, and made us waste precious moments when we could have altered destiny's course. We fell apart, helplessly fleeing the dilemma, and in scattering we exposed our weakness to the world. We were consumed by madness and fanaticism, by depravity and paranoia. The old mistake will not be repeated. I, Pascal Hanuman, will take the entirety of the power and shoulder the entirety of the burden. I alone will preserve the great knowledge of Vashantos and decide the fate of the cycle that will be discontinued. Though our fate is implacable, I, Pascal Hanuman, will follow my sense of duty and become protector to my tech brethren, leading them into the future alone. Ooh, I don't know if that's the best choice there. Hey, we leveled up. Of course we did. Time to loot. Over here. Oh, that actually might be better armor than some that we have.
Let us not dawdle.
Loot, loot everywhere. Gotta grab the loot. Gotta grab the loot. We'll grab those just in case there are better light armors than what we've got. Anybody want to go grab this? Thank you.
I always have a backup plan.
Then Nill. Not gonna use the flamer. I don't know if that's better or not. Nope. Maybe. Nope. Oh, maybe. Anyway. Let's see. You were already replaced. What about you? You can't wear that. What about you? 40%, but you gain 10 agility. Probably better. So we'll just go ahead and throw that away. I want the tech use. Higher top end. Nah. And sure, because that's just for Medicaid and like whatever. We'll keep it on us just in case, but it's not really worth much. All right, I'm gonna level up and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, we're running out of interesting options. We took formidable distraction and weapon skill on Gregor, opening strategy and ballistic skill on Pascal, dismantle and ballistic skill on Ulfar, critical zone and fellowship on Cassia, disarray and ballistic skill on Yerlet, and claim and maim and ballistic skill on
Always keep your eye
Argento.
on the prize.
That's gonna do it for this one, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.